Hey, hi everyone. This is Vidya here from BagyaTech Technologies. Am I clearly audible to everyone? Okay. Then let us start with the things. So for yesterday we were doing the joins. Okay, and up till now we have discussed in the joins that how to write a query, right? What is the format or what is the syntax in which we should write a query? But still we are actually left with some of the things to be discussed in that query. But before moving ahead to those things, let us revise that how we have to write the syntax or what is actually the syntax of writing a join query. So can anyone help me out with it? What is the syntax for writing the join query? Yes. What was the syntax? Um, yes, Tejaswita, it's correct, but as is not actually a not the part of the syntax. Okay, as is something that we have only used for our convenience. Okay, since the names of the tables would be too big to write, since we want to extract out the columns from it. Okay, so firstly we need to write, what was the step one? We need to give the keywords from, then after that there would be a table name, table 1. Okay, and we could set an alias for that table. Suppose say we are setting it as T1. Okay, and then after that another keyword, that is join, then the name of the second table and setting the alias for that too. Okay, then after that, so these are actually the steps, not the syntax. So syntax would be, first you need to write the select statement. Okay, let me come to that. So in the second step we need to write the clause select, then after that the names of the columns that we want to extract out, and also the prefix would be added to those column names. That is, from which table do you want to extract out those columns? Suppose say we want to extract from okay, from T1, then T1 dot the column name. Okay, then what all are the columns that you want to extract, if some more are there, or suppose say only a single column from this T1 table, then from T2 what all column that you want to extract out. Okay, so that was the second step, and then after that the third step was the condition on which you are going to join. So for that you need to write down the keyword on and then the condition on which you are going to join the two tables. Okay, but if you have to write it in a syntax, so in the syntax wise we would say that first would be the select, then after that would be the column names. I think then would be the from, then the table 1. Then after that we need to join it to the table 2, and then on which condition you are going to join it. Okay, so this is the syntax, and these are the steps on which you have to write down, or like using which you can write down the query for the join table. Okay, so yesterday I told you that we need to discuss on two more things about the query, that is which type of join to use. Okay, there are certain types of joins which are like the inner join, okay, then full outer join, left outer join, right outer join. So there are certain four types of joins. Then which type of join do we need to use? Okay, and since we are joining two tables, so does it matter which table should come first, or we would say that which table should come on the left hand side, which table should come on the right hand side of the join? Okay, so does it make any difference? If yes, then what could be done, and if not, then how it is not making any difference? So we need to discuss about those points. Okay. Okay, so to understand those things, let us take an example. Suppose say I have two tables. Okay, the names of the two tables are respectively the customer table, okay, and on the other hand I have the region on which these customers are living. Okay, every customer lives in a particular region. So one table has the information about the customer, and one table has the information about the living areas, like in what area are they living. Okay, so regions. But I'm not creating a table form for now. Okay, so what I'm doing is, let us try to do it in this way. Okay, so this is the customer table, and these are the regions in which they are living. So I have renamed it, or I have set an alias for the customer as C and for the regions as R. Okay, and now let us take some of the customers. Suppose say I have my customer as Sarda. Okay, then I have Santosh. Okay, then I have Tejasvita. So let me, okay. Okay, and I have Rajesh. Okay, now these customers, they are living in some regions. So let us suppose that the region in which we are having our business is New York, and say New Jersey also, then Boston and Georgia. Okay, now Sarda, she lives in New York, suppose say. Okay, so my customers are here and my regions are here. Okay, now Sarda, she is living in New York, so I would place it over here. Okay, that was New York, sorry. Okay, so Sarda, she lives in New York. Santosh, he lives in Georgia. Tejaswita, she lives in suppose it's Chicago. Okay, and Rajesh, he lives in West Virginia. Okay, now since Sarda is living in New York, in which region I have the business? Okay, so she would be placed over here, correct? But Tejaswita, she lives in Chicago, wherein though she is my customer, but she is not in a region in which I have a business. Okay, so she will be placed over here. Then Santosh, he lives in a region, Georgia, wherein I have a business. Okay, and Rajesh, he also lives in a region wherein I don't have a business. Okay, now these are some of the regions which are left. So New York is covered, then Georgia is covered. Now New Jersey and Boston. These are two new regions in which I have just started my business, so I don't have any customers over there. But these are two regions in which I have my business. Okay, so are you able to understand this thing first? Then let us move ahead with the other things. Okay. Now, what I'm doing over here is, see, I'm naming this as A, the whole thing. Okay. The intersection part, I'm naming it as B. Okay. Let it be C since it is the mixture of two. And the region part as C. Sorry, B. I'm sorry. Okay. Now, if I ask you to list down all my customers, okay. So I want the list of all customers. Then what should be the list of all my customers? Where are my all customers present? See this outer portion. Okay, if you are leaving this intersection part. Okay, so this portion, this is A. Okay, the intersection part is C and the remaining part is B. Okay, so if I want the list of all my customers, then all my customers are present. If I include the area A and C, then I will get the list of all my customers. Right or wrong? Correct? So I am getting the list of all my customers from the portion A and C. Okay. Similarly, if I ask you to list all the cities, list of all the cities in which I'm having my business. So that would come up to list of all the regions. Yeah, that would be C plus B or B plus C, one and the same thing. Okay. So since alphabetically wise if we go, then it would be B plus C. Okay. Then if I ask you to list down all the customers, okay, and also all the cities. then it would be, I want the list of all the customers and all the cities. Santosh, if I am considering only C, then I'm not getting all the customers either. Neither I'm getting all my regions or the cities in which I'm having my business, right? Correct? So that would be A plus B plus C. Okay. So that would sum up to A plus B plus C. Sarda, it would be C also, right? I can't leave Sarda, you only and Santosh, who are living in New Jersey and Georgia respectively, right? Since you two are also my customers. So I need all my customers and all the cities. Okay. Now if I want only the common customers, okay, and cities, then it would be correct, Malati. That would be C. Okay, this region is only holding my common customers in the regions in which I am having my business. Okay, so now if you are able to understand this thing, then we would be able to do that what types of joins it is. Now see, if I'm listing all my customers which are in the region A and C, okay, if I add up A and C, right, if these are the list of the customers, then which portion is this? Either this is left or right? Left. Okay, so this is what, this would be my left outer join. Okay, so the type of join here which would be used if I want to list down all the customers, okay, and also if the customer table is present on the left hand side, so it would be the left outer join. Okay, now if I want the list of all the cities which is B plus C, okay, then which is this side? This is the right hand side, correct? B and C. So that would be my right outer join. Okay, then if I want the list of all the customers and all the cities, so I want everything. Okay, I want A, I want C, I want B also. So that would be full outer join. Okay, now if I want only the common people, like the common customers and the common cities in which I am running the business, okay, so that is taking up the portion C. Okay, so that would be the inner join, because that is the intersection part, and in that intersection part only I am getting the common customers and the cities. Okay, so that would be the inner join.